So it's safe to say that Friday's episode didn't exactly go to plan, did it? We've changed tactics. I've switched things up, got rid of the centre attacking mid. Mark is still injured, but we have been producing some better results. Despite that, however, we do find ourselves in third. We have a game in hand on 2 teams above us. Win these, maybe we're back in the promotion fight. Lose these, really start to panic. If I want to find a positive, Dowd's recent form with the tactical change has been absolutely superb. I've forgiven him for missing the penalty. He's one of the top goal scorers in the league, has one of the best average ratings. Hopefully the Italian stallion, and yeah, he is an Italian stallion, and a Syrian stallion too. That doesn't have the same ring to it. But hopefully he is going to fire us to glory today. Let's run the intro and get you all caught up on the goings on, shall we? Now, first things first, I did forget to talk about 2 transfers last episode. Now, there is a reason I forgot to talk about these transfers. They're not exactly players for the first team right now. Now, these are 2 very much players for the future. The first is Sufyan No, a left wing back, 18 years old. A little bit of potential about him, but he was available playing for SSBJ, which is one of these amateur teams that does exist in Malaysia that produce a lot of players. Not sure if he's ever going to break into the first team, but for a free transfer who looks very, very well-rounded, kind of figured he was worth a punt. And the other man I've signed is from AMD's under-17s. That just sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I've been going through under-17s teams to find players like Ahmad here, who is absolutely superb. A really, really good player. I think, and this might be going crazy, I think he could be a really tasty regista. There's a few key mentals maybe lacking a little bit. With his physicals, he's not exactly going to get up and down the pitch, but super consistent, fairly professional personality, bags of potential. I like the look of him a lot. Now, of course, last episode, we lost 3 games in a row. And as I already mentioned, I did kind of change things up tactically after that. Missing Mark in the midfield was clearly a big issue. And I've played a shape like this before. I love a shape like this with double box-to-box midfielders. And then Faisal No in the middle has been playing as an advanced playmaker, which I wish I could say he's been playing better in as a position, but he hasn't really. But overall, it has just led to us winning the midfield battles that little bit more. I feel like when you've got 3 men in the middle, even if they're not the best defensively, they're kind of more likely to be in the right place to at least offer some defensive support. Players like Teo Terrence here, you can see I've been given minutes to. It's weird, I've got a load of these attacking creative players, and I kind of feel like I made the mistake previously of trying to get them all on the pitch at once, playing super creative roles. Sometimes you need a box-to-box midfielder or 2. Now, admittedly, this run of games hasn't been the most difficult, but we opened things up with the new tactical system straight after last episode with a 3-0 win against the Armed Forces. Yes, Immigration FC, what 3? The Armed Forces 0. It was a proper ding-dong affair. After that, we did draw 1-1 against KL Rovers, but to be fair, KL Rovers are a great little team. They're actually ahead of us in the league right now, and they've slipped up a few times lately, so maybe a disappointment we could only draw against them. Relegated a couple of years ago, their main striker is this guy, Ayman Mohammed, who, to be honest, has been a very, very good striker for them. But I do feel like on paper we are better than them. Games against bottom half teams, 2-0, 3-2, 5-2. Absolutely amazing. Most recent game against McCann, who are down in 11th with a media prediction of 14th in a league that, as a reminder, only has 14 teams. And yeah, they kind of just battered us. I say they battered us. Look, they took their chances early on. They were 3-0 up in this game. Thought maybe we could mount a comeback when we got 1 goal back. It didn't materialise. So just having a little look at the league table yet again. Of course, it's only a 26-game season. There's only 10 games left of the season after this. Of course, we've still got the likes of PDRM, PIB, Signs, KL Rovers and Perak all to play a second time this season. It's going to be a massive, massive crunchy end to the season, but with, as you can see here, Dowd in some great form, but also Shahel Fikri having one of the best ratings in the league. I'm hoping that raw firepower alone might be enough to secure us a top 2 spot. And I suppose ideally, really, top spots. Because if we get second and get promoted, I don't get 500 miles for that. I really need league title wins. Good news though, the board have given me an A-, so they are really happy with how this season's going. We are performing above expectations, albeit I do feel like those expectations were maybe a little lower than they could have been with the squad that we had. Maybe not so much pressure from the board on me. I am putting a lot of pressure on myself. Anyway, our first game today is against PIB. They are up in 4th place. Their media prediction pre-season was 10th. They actually were ahead of us for a long while earlier on this year. Recently, though, they've slipped up only 2 wins in their last 5. we got to try and get a result here. So in terms of team news for today's game, Mark is still injured as always. Elsewhere, Nizam, who's one of our better creative players, albeit he has announced he's leaving on a free transfer, is also out injured for, well, the foreseeable future, up to 5 weeks for him. And with arguably two of our best centre mids injured, it has been a little bit of a makeshift setup as of late. But you know what? This lineup that we've been using hasn't been too bad. Afik has been playing in the more defensive midfielder role, had a really long run in the first team, and to be honest, as that kind of more defensive, deep-line playmaker player, albeit we do play him as a defensive midfielder here, he's very good at breaking down the play and then getting the ball forward. Admittedly, the one strength is a little suboptimal, but at this level, no player is perfect, except Mark. Mark's quite perfect. Our defence has actually been the best element of our team this year. I feel like Ayman at right back has been absolutely sensational. He's just renewed his contract for another year. At left back, Filemon has been great as well. They have been two of the best players in the division. Both of them are in the media Dream 11, alongside Azrin here, who also features. It's a little bit bizarre. Personnel-wise, we have the media Dream 11 defence, apparently. But in terms of actual kind of performances, it feels like it's our firepower that sees us up in third. Okay, I'm nervous for this game. If we win this game, we could move into the automatic promotion spots, which would be massive. It's been such a weird year where we've been quite hit and miss. We had a really good start to the year. We've started to drop off a little bit. But since the tactical changes ahead of the most recent game that we lost 3-1, we had looked really, really good. Is that a penalty? We don't need it to be a penalty. Dowd has another one for his collection. And for a man who's scoring more goals than he's played in games, there's got to be question marks over the manager for not playing him more sooner. How did this ball get through to him? Nasrullah Ayman, kind of just a bit fortuitous, wasn't it, really? You know what? Not going to complain. He scored past the goalkeeper who would score really highly in Scrabble. Okay, corners. Not been great defending corners. This one goes to the edge of the box. That's interesting. Could we now hit them on the break? Because Teo Terrence is bringing it forward. We've got two men on the far side. He's a little bit isolated here. The left-sided box-to-box midfielder. He needs to pull it back if he can. He does. Thiam on the left back to the byline. And how has that gone in? I can't celebrate it. It's an own goal. Actually, I will celebrate it. What a finish. Teo Terrence to the edge here. Filemon brings it forward. Mention the fact that our defence is very good on paper and in the media Dream 11. I want to be like, that's why. I mean, he is good going forward. It's not quite how I imagined it would play out. It's weird, right? Filemon is just the atypical lower league centre-back who's fairly determined, has really good consistency, great natural fitness and stamina, and just runs a lot. And that's what you want in your left-back at this level. I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit nervous going into today's episode, especially with the change in system, which had been working really well, that we were kind of going to hit the start record button, and in some much tougher games, to be honest, compared to the games that preceded this one, we just wouldn't really perform. So far in this game, we've not exactly created a turn. They've not had a shot on target in the first half. You're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. Okay, Filemon. I've already bigged him up once, the left back. He whips it in. He's cleared away. And now, well, Mohamed for them is going to look to bring the ball forward on the far side. I do not like this. Razal. They're playing around with fire a little bit, passing it around at the back. But if they do catch us narrow and with overlaps, that is perhaps the one weakness of this tactical system that we're using. One thing I do like about this shape is that the wider kind of box-to-box midfielders are capable of pressing a little bit when the ball does go into the wider areas. Granted, Teo there has decided not to press. They've charged inside, and that was scary for a moment. Okay, Filemon with a corner on his left foot, whipped in. I'll tell you what, Azrin did not head that far over. Half an hour played in this game. I think I'm going to change things up and just bring in some fresh legs. We have players like Hazwan here, who's just very, very quick. And as I said, I feel like that's sometimes what you need in the box-to-box midfielder area. Shahel's not had the best game at striker. You know what? Fergus Tierney, come on down. And Ayman is having a great game at right back, but he is looking a little bit worse for wear. We're going to bring in Tuan Ahmad here, who's a pacey little player to just try and do the business out there. I mean, compared to Ayman, look, he can't defend as well, but he runs, and we love a runner here in Malaysia. Anyway, they're on the attack here. We're getting it forward. That is never a penalty. That is absolute poppycock. And with 24 minutes left, a chance for them to half the lead. I'm looking at Irfan Haikal in goal, thinking, Irfan, bail me out, Irfan. He's gone the wrong way. It's 2-1. He stepped up confidently, and he never looked like he was going to miss, did he? Oh, now they've got a corner. Not like this, Football Manager. Please, no, it's headed away. Oh, Filemon, you're quick. You're determined. Run. Okay, never mind. He's a bit tired. He's giving it to Fitri, who's now going to look to bring it forward. What a run that is, by the way, by Afik Fitri. Inside, Faisal, no. Cannot score. He's already got one goal for the season. He was looking for his second goal of his career, the 16-year-old. It's been denied. Ball gets cleared away to the edge. Hassan? Never mind. I don't know what I was expecting from Hassan. The man just runs fast. 10 minutes left. We're ahead in this game, but the lead is narrow. It's not exactly been inspiring since we've taken the lead in this game. We've kind of taken the couple of chances that have come our way. I'm hoping we can get one more just to reinstate the gap. The ball flies up in the air, and there was a handball in the box. The rare handball penalties being given. They've had a penalty. They scored it. We have a penalty. Dowd, you missed one in the FA Cup. He has scored one there. For a moment, I thought he'd missed it when the keeper got a hand to it. It's his second in the game. It's his 14th of the season. That is not too shabby. And we've had a decent chunk of the ball in this game. We're not exactly a team known for our possession play, but 60% of the ball here is something to be really positive about. Fergus Tierney, options inside. Faisal, no. Nasrullah, I don't really know why he shot from there. Anyway, that is going to be that in this game. 3-1 win. We deserve that a lot. Dowd, man of the match. He was on loan at Immigration last year and got 4 goals in 19. He's now got 14 goals in 14 this year. Is that the effect of the manager? I'm gonna try and claim it. With that result there, by the way, we do actually go to the top of the league. You can see Signs just lost. That's a great result. Sadly, Perak did win in 6th. There is 6 points separating the top 6 at the moment. Only 2 go up. And with not many games left of the season, it is very much squeaky bum time. I suppose the mission now is to try and stay top of the league. Our next game is in 4 days' time. It's against Sarawak, who are now in 7th. It is going to be an away day to their 40,000-seater stadium. I know what you're thinking, Jack. What's the average attendance for a club that have a stadium this big that holds 40,000? Well, the answer to that is their average home attendance is 200. Yeah, they 0.5% average attendance of the capacity. This is going to be a weird away day, I think. Away day fans, buckle up. We're going on an adventure. We are heading east today, away from this part of Malaysia and over to Kuching, over on this right side, the east side, if we want to use geographical terms. Today we are playing at the Sarawak Stadium, which, as I mentioned, holds 40,000 fans. And this club has an average attendance of less than 300. Okay, first things first. Oh, my word. My people of Malaysia. The car parking is just elite. Look at this use of space. Look at the curvature. Am I an easy man to please? Now, in the terms of the rest of things here, they've got this celebration square, which has this absolutely awesome pattern. Can we go look at it on ground level? Oh, maybe we can. Oh, it's drone footage. They've got me. Look at this. I don't even know what the point of this is, but it looks cool, doesn't it? It looks like they've taken the tiles of a Victorian house and scaled it up to be tens of meters wide. The stadium from the outside kind of looks groovy too. I don't know why it's smoking out the side. That's concerning, isn't it? There's like a little indoor thing. Oh, it's a swimming pool. I can see the swimming pool lanes. An indoor swimming pool. They're elevating their game here in Malaysia. I'm trying to work out what this stadium next door to the main stadium is. It's a very groovy, funky looking building. I kind of love it. I have no idea what goes on in here. I feel like it could be some illegal secret fight club. That's my theory. We've got the indoor and outdoor swimming pool with a diving board. Some training football pitches as well. And I believe that building over there is the squash centre. I didn't realise squash is apparently quite big in Malaysia. I've noticed a few of the away days have had this. One thing I've noticed in Malaysia is they like to have just all the sports stuff near each other. We've got cricket nets, hockey, another just running track, and of course, our away day stadium for today's game. Shall we hop into it? There's one dot in the middle. A lot hinges on this moment. Where are we? How's it looking? Okay, we're in the stadium. It does look a little bit dirty, doesn't it, on the inside? I can see why only 400 people turn up. Like, I'm sorry to the people of Sarawak, because the actual location of this stadium is absolutely beautiful. Look how luscious and green it is everywhere. But we've been to many stadiums on away days throughout the history of my channel. Over 200, I think, at this point. This might be the stadium that's looked the most in disrepair. It's from 2021. Maybe they've refurbished it. I hope so. If we have any viewers from Sarawak, I'm really, really sorry. It's nothing personal. Your stadium doesn't look great. It reminds me of my toilet bowl when I was a student, as I said, and that is not a good thing. Okay, the Stadium Sarawak. Love the location. The stadium itself is absolutely awful. I'm going to give it a 6, which is purely because everything around it seems so nice. The inside of the stadium, give it a clean. Give it a clean, it'll score higher. Now that I've completely dissed their stadium, they're probably going to beat me in this game here. There is a little bit of a gap that I've noticed has emerged between ourselves and then kind of PDRM, KL Rovers, and everyone else. It could be 3 teams competing for the top spot. I mentioned Filemon and how good he's been going forward. Of course, he forced that own goal before. He's actually leading the way with assists this year in the league. For this second game today, though, he might be needed in a slightly more defensive capacity. I have rested up the players between games, but unfortunately for us, Iqbal here, who's been one of our go-to centre-back options, is out suspended for being a naughty boy. What it means is Amirul Fazli here, who was our, starting centre-back last year at Immigration before we came in, is going to have to come in and play at centre-back. To be fair, he's played a decent amount of games for us. I think you can see why Iqbal has become the go-to centre-back when he's not suspended, but for this game, we're turning to the man in green with 5 jumping reaches as centre-back, which is scary. In terms of Mark's situation, failed a fitness test, not recommended. I'm just putting him on the bench to intimidate the other teams. And the rest of our squad for this game, I'm not really going to touch. I think it was a pretty good result last time out. Away from home here is not going to be easy, but we're going to stick with what's been working. Okay, Sarawak are playing their own narrow diamond formation. This could be kind of interesting. I don't think I've had to play a team with such a similar style to ours. I mean, we already looked for the overlaps, but instead of playing the ball through the middle, I'm actually going to look to try and play it in the wider area and up our attacking width even wider than we do play usually. Do feel like the box-to-box midfielders are making the pitch as wide as we can are going to be really important in this game. I'm going to be looking at Filemon and A-Man in the wing-back areas to really step up as well. Anyway, we're on the attack early on here. Nasrullah turns, shoots. Oh my word. What a finish that is by Nasrullah Zaki. I feel bad for this man because I just talk about the fact he can run quick. It turns out he's got 7 long shots too. To be fair, I think all 7 of the long shots were doing heavy lifting here. He received the ball nicely, turned the defensive midfielder, pinged it, and found the bottom corner. That was superb. Free kick, Filemon whips in. It's half-headed away. I'll tell you what, Azrin, the centre-back, is going to keep this alive. He puts it in. It's cleared away again. And are they now going to hit us on the counter? There's a 2-on-2 here. Not much support, but our defence is not exactly getting back quickly. Granted, we've actually managed to win it, and now wait, maybe we can counter the counter. It's end-to-end stuff. You wouldn't know it's the 6th minute. It looks like everyone's very tired. They're now bringing it forward with Ram Lee, who runs past his man like he's not even there. How fast is Ram Lee? I need to check that in just a moment. He looked very quick. We've won the ball back, and now we're charging up the other end. What is happening in this game? It feels like it's the 90th minute. It's fallen to Teo Terrence, who slots it away. And the youngster scores in the back of the net. I don't know if it's Teo or Teo. I've been saying Teo. Teo has popped up with a massive goal there. The left-sided box-to-box midfielder on the charge. A player who doesn't have a defensive bone in his body. Does he need them with finishing like that? Kind of funny in this game. Both our wider box-to-box midfielders have got the goals in this one. It's been all our way so far. Could be on the attack again here. Filemon whips in. Shell Victory's under it. It's kind of half-headed away. He's going to try and keep this alive. The defence were willing to let that run out. It hasn't run out. And now Dowd is at the back post. And Abdul Rahman Dowd has made it 3-0. It's weird. I almost feel like their defence thought the ball was going to go out here and out of play. We kept it alive. Ayman, the right back, floated in. And, well, Dowd was there nodding it down to score. I mentioned Ram Lee, who looked really quick compared to our players. He's only got 12 acceleration and 12 pace. I think that's a reflection of how slow our defence is. Prior to hitting start record today, I was genuinely nervous for these games against top half teams, especially because we'd slipped up in the game prior. I was about to say all the nerves have been vanquished. They've just crept back in. That is an absolute banger. This goal by Sidin is absolutely mad. Bogey plays it inside. Sidin picks it up there and just decides to shoot. Irfan is off his line. Maybe a question mark there. Still an absolute banger of a goal, isn't it? I mean, looking at things right now, PIB aren't winning. Perak are losing. There's a couple of the teams around us who are playing today who are not doing what they need to be doing to keep the gap close to us. As things stand, we're going to go top of the table by 4 points. I am fully aware in the back of my mind the 3 games that we had to end last week against Perak, PIB, and I'm kind of erasing from memory who the third team was because we lost them all. I have still got to play them all back-to-back again. Those games could still be massive. But I thought the games today were going to be massive, and we've stepped up and done exactly what we need to. You've all been brilliant. Keep it going. They have got a free kick. If they get one more goal back, squeaky bum time will commence. That one's gone just over. Okay, we're coming up to the hour mark. Probably should be making subs. I haven't really been making as many subs just throughout this season as maybe I should. We've lacked a little bit of depth, I think it's safe to say. I kind of stretched the wage budget fairly thin, and a lot of it went on starters. Shahel Victory, the Malaysian international. He's charging, he's shooting, And that's why he's not been recalled to the national team. That's a poor shot. Half an hour left in this game, but we are still 3-1 to the good. Boggy back to Abdul Malek. Now with Faidala. I don't like this. We are chasing shadows and trying to win the ball back. It's dinked forward here. Mohammed for them is going to get on the end of it. There's players queuing up in the middle. Ramley is one of them. I should have seen that coming. It's his 17th of the year. If I'm not mistaken, their striker Ramley is their top goal scorer. We saw his pace earlier. We've seen his finishing now. I think he is literally the reason they are competing for a top half finish this year. He's quite good. Right, it's time to bring in some fresh legs. I'm going to bring in Hassan at defensive midfielder. In terms of centre mid options, I don't really have the depth. I guess I could bring back in the captain in Hazrin to play at defensive mid. Maybe that's the play today. I've done a little bit of a shuffle in the midfield. I feel like Hazrin here has been an okay defensive midfielder for us, but he is a little bit of a pace merchant. I feel like every game, Ayman at right back plays really well, and he's either tired or he's booked, or there's some reason I'm nervous and don't want to keep him on the pitch. I'm going to keep some blind faith in him here. For a second game in a row though, Shahel has not been at his best. For this game, I'm going to bring in Amrul and see if he can shine in the striking area. Ferguson, he got the nod last game, didn't step up. Let's see if Amrul can do anything better in the next half an hour. It is now a 1-goal game. We were 3-0 up. We were forecast a podium, as an F1 driver said once upon a time. I'm hoping that the forecast is very much still on. Balls played forward. Amrul on off the bench. 1-on-1. Slots it away. That's why he was starting a lot of games earlier on this year. And whilst he's fallen down the pecking order, the man can finish. Ayman at right back, yet again getting involved in the play. Our fullbacks are so important. What a pass that is, by the way. That's why I've kept Ayman on the pitch. Great finish by Amrul. 4-2. We can relax a little. I'm going to say it now. Ayman and Filemon for me are my 2 players of the year in this team. Our left back and right back, there's been so much asked of them. Feels like they always just step up. Speaking of which, he's here again. Ayman, I'm really gassing you up here, mate. Please keep it going. Do more of the same. Make me look like a genius. He crosses in. Dowd's there. I don't know if... Is that onside? It's onside. It's 5-2. He's got another assist. Point proven. We've had a 1.82 XG and scored 5 goals. It's been that kind of game. But you know what? We're not going to complain one little bit. Feel like the tactical tweaks we did as we went into that game and realised the shape they were going to be playing worked really well. Ayman, unsurprisingly, man of the match. 3 assists to his name. Dowd with another couple of goals to his name. A win and a performance, that'll do me. We've had a great away day. We've gone back to the top of the league. We look all good suddenly. It's all sunshines and rainbows here at Immigration FC. It just feels like a weird team name to be saying a lot. And it's the team I manage. I need to get used to it. Give Ayman some praise. 3 assists for him. Farmon has actually been leading the assists at left back, but now 7 assists for this man. Suddenly he's in contention, although he is suspended for our next game. Now, in terms of our end to the season, we've got PDRM, Kelatan, and then Perak back-to-back in the very, very near future. I think those are games I've just got to come back for. There's 8 games left of the season. We're in a really good spot now. Hopefully we can build off that tomorrow and maybe even finish the season next time out. If you've enjoyed today's video, go down below, leave a like. I'll see you for more action next time from Malaysia. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.